Hello students, so welcome back again. This is Jyotsna here. So in the last class we have studied about the introduction of haloalkenes and haloarenes, their classification and the nomenclature. After knowing all these, next we have the methods of preparation. So now let us take a look what are the different types of the method from which the alkyl and aryl halides can be prepared. So first method is from alcohols. So we are going to start with alcohols. Starting material is alcohol and there are different methods by making use of alcohol as the starting material. So we are going to make different reagents. We are using different reagents and we are preparing the alkyl halide. So what are the reactions involved here? Let us take a look. So here, because alcohol is common, I took the general representation of alcohol ROH. You can take any other example like methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, any of the alcohol you can take. Now, this alcohol, first method is called as Lucas method, or it is also called as Gru's process. So Lucas test ಅಥವಾ Gru's process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? We are going to treat the alcohol with HCl. We are going to treat it with HCl plus in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride. The mixture of HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride is called as Lucas reagent. So when you are treating alcohol in presence of Lucas reagent, replacement of this OH by Cl is going to take place. So leads to the formation of RCl, along with that H2O is obtained. So this is an important test. So here we are looking for the preparation of alkyl halide. The same reaction is repeated in case of the alcohols as well. There it will be acting as the test for the presence of alcohol. Andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ primary alcohol ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is going to react with HCl and presence of anhydrous zinc chloride. So primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol reacts in a different way when you are treating with the Lucas reagent. Hence it is going to act as the test for the distinguishing test for the alcohols. So that you will be studying in the alcohols chapter. Now anyway, here we are looking for what? Preparation. So starting with the alcohol, treating it with Lucas reagent. You have to remember this Lucas reagent, which is a mixture of HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. So leads to the formation of what? Alkyl chloride. So this is an important method. Next to this method, we have the next method, that is alcohol is treated with NaBr, sodium bromide, plus sulfuric acid, and you are going to heat it. You are going to reflux it. You are going to heat it continuously, slowly. So when you are treating it with NaBr with H2SO4, replacement of OH by Br is going to take place, leads to the formation of what? Alkyl bromide. So hence it is forming what? Alkyl bromide. Next method, it is again alcohol is treated with PX3. So this is phosphorus trihalide. So where X stands for either Cl or it is Br. So here when you are treating it with phosphorus trihalide, either PX3 or PBr3, reaction takes place. Here we require 3 molecules of ROH. So 3 molecules of ROH combines with PX3. So in that case what happens? OH is getting replaced by this X. Because you are taking 3 molecules here, you get the product 3 molecules of RX plus H3PO3 is obtained. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? PX3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ X ಏನಿದೆ Cl ಅಥವಾ Br ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ PCl3 ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ OH ಬದಲಿ ಈ X ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ OH ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 3 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ alkyl halide is obtained. Similarly, we have one more reaction, that is alcohol reacts with red phosphorus. In presence of red phosphorus we are passing halogen. So halogen here can be either Br or it can be I. So when you are passing this Br or I in presence of red phosphorus, here there is the same reaction which we have seen previous, same reaction is going to take place, but only thing, whatever this phosphorus is there will react with the halogen in the reaction mixture itself and releases PX3. Then that PX3 is going to react with the alcohol. Because this PX3 is obtained during the course of the reaction, we call this as the in situ reaction. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೆಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ PX3 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ PX3 ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿದಿನ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ ಸಿಟ್ಯೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Once that PX3 is formed in the reaction itself, that PX3 is going to react with the alcohol and leads to the formation of alkyl halide. So this is one more method. In the same way, we have one more reaction, that is instead of PX3 we are going to take PX5, phosphorus pentahalide, or you can directly take phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5. So here this PCl5 reacts with alcohol and again replacement of this OH is going to take place by the Cl. So it leads the formation of what? RCl, phosphorus oxychloride, POCl3 and HCl. So you are going to get it as the what? Alkyl chloride. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ PX5 ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ RX ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. So because we are using PCl5, the product is what? It is alkyl chloride. So in this way we have the reaction that is with phosphorus pentachloride. So next to that one we have one more reaction, one more preparation method, and that is nothing but we call it as Darzens method. So this method is an important method and it is a preferred method. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಎರಡು ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ us first take a look what is the reaction. In this case we are taking alcohol. To the alcohol we are going to add SOCl2, thionyl chloride. So we are going to use thionyl chloride. So when you are treating alcohol with thionyl chloride, here what is going to happen, this Cl is going to replace this OH, so it leads to the formation of RCl. Along with this one, the H combines with Cl, so HCl gas is liberated. This SO combines with this O, SO2 is liberated. So SO2 and HCl both are in the gaseous state. ಈ arrow head ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ it means that they are in the gaseous state. They form the gas. Sulfur dioxide gas form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, HCl gas form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವು ಎರಡು ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಇಂದ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, the product contains only the alkyl halide. Because of this reason, this method is a convenient method for the preparation and hence it is the most preferred method. It is called as the Darzens process. Now, during this reaction, what is the reactivity of the alcohols towards these reactions? In this reaction, a tertiary alcohol ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, alcoholic group OH attached to a tertiary carbon. Tertiary carbon ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, a carbon attached to 3 other carbon directly is a tertiary carbon. To that one OH is attached means it is a tertiary alcohol. So the order of reactivity of alcohol towards this reaction is what? Tertiary alcohol is greater than secondary alcohol is greater than primary alcohol. So in this order the reaction is going to proceed. And in the Lucas test the reactivity of order of halogen acid is. So in the first test we have taken HCl as an example. So instead of HCl, if we can take the other acids, so the order of reactivity is what? HI is greater than HBr is greater than HCl. So you can take any of these in the Lucas test. So this is about the order of reactivity. Next, coming to the next method of preparation. So our next method of preparation is from hydrocarbons. Now, in this one we have various methods. Coming to the first method, that is by free radical halogenation. So as you know that free radical reaction is going to take place in which homolytic fission will take place and free radicals are obtained. So when you are going to treat this hydrocarbon with that of the halogen, it leads to the formation of isomeric products with either mono and poly halogen or haloalkanes, which are difficult to separate. Therefore, the yield which is obtained is less. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಇವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಈಲ್ಡ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದರೆ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಹಳ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ this method is not a preferred method. But now let us take a look how the reaction takes place. We have taken an example of butane. So 4 carbon atom idave. So idu butane. You can take any other molecule. So butane alli enagutte, we are going to pass the halogen. Here we have taken chlorine. You can take either bromine or iodine. So here when we are going to pass chlorine in presence of UV light, or if you are going to heat it, so in that case what happens, it is going to form the isomeric compound. So illenagutte, here reaction is going to take place. One of this H of this first CH3 is getting replaced by the Cl. So you are going to get CH3 CH2 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 Cl. You are going to get it as the 1-chlorobutane. Similarly, one more product can be obtained. The second carbon in that one hydrogen will replace with Cl. So you are going to get what? 2-chlorobutane. So 1-chlorobutane and 2-chlorobutane in form ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಇವು ಎರಡು ಏನಿದಾವೆ isomers form ಆಗ್ತವೆ. So both of them are isomers having same molecular formula but different structural formula. So ಇದು structural isomer form ಆಗ್ತವೆ. But ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, differing in the quantity, differing in the melting point and boiling point, here the yield is very less and difficult to separate. So let us go for the next method of preparation. So the next method of preparation, here we are going to see the preparation of the aryl halide. So as already we have seen, aryl halide is what? Aromatic compound. So necessarily we have to start with an aromatic compound. Now coming to the electrophilic substitution reaction. So electrophilic substitution andre enu, illi electrophile substitute ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So what is an electrophile? It is an electron poor species, means deficiency of the electrons ಇರ್ತವೆ. So usually E plus ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. So electrophilic substitution ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So in that way we have what? Halogenation. First one is what? On halogenation of the compound, that is in presence of the Lewis acid catalyst like Fe or FeCl3, halogenation is going to take place. So now let us take a look of this reaction. So here I have considered toluene, CH3 C6H5, means methyl benzene ಅಥವಾ toluene ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So you can take any other compound. Now when you are going to take the toluene and pass this halogen through it, this reaction takes place in presence of what? Iron, like Lewis acid catalyst, either iron or you can take FeCl3 as well. And in the dark itself, this reaction is going to take place. So when you are going to pass this halogen through this one, here we are going to take 2 molecules of the halogen. So when you are going to pass the 2 molecules of halogen through that of the 2 molecules of this toluene, substitution of the hydrogen by the halogen takes place. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹalogen ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು 2 molecules ತಗೋಬೇಕು. 2 molecules ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 hydrogen ಹೋಯಿತು, ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು halogen ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ therefore you get one ortho substituted product. So this is ortho-halobenzene. Ortho-halotoluene. We have taken toluene as the compound, so it is ortho-halotoluene. Similarly, one more molecule is also obtained. What is that one? It is going to form here substitution. The hydrogen from here goes and the halogen gets introduced. Along with that, 2 molecules of HX is also formed. Now in this case, what is going to happen here? The compound which is formed is what? With respect to this one, this is at the para position. So therefore it is para-halotoluene. You can replace this reaction in this one X by Cl, or you can use Br, or you can use it as I, and you can carry out this reaction. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಥೋ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು, ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಇವು ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ para substituted product is always a major product. ಇವು ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, para substituted product. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is more stable and it is easy to separate these two products. ನಾವು ಆರ್ಥೋ ಮತ್ತೆ para substituted product easily separate ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ it is too different. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ separation easy ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Therefore this is a good method of preparation. ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಐಸೋಮರಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದಿ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ for example, let us consider it is somewhere around 100 degree, then the compound, this one may be about 101 degree or 102 degrees. So what will happen, difference in this one is not too much, so therefore it is difficult to separate. Adre illi enagutte, if this is about 150, this will be somewhere around about 200. So in that way, because there is a lot of difference in the melting point, it is easy to separate. So the figures what is told is just for explanation purpose. So this is about the electrophilic substitution reaction. So here, which electrophile is getting substituted? The X plus is getting substituted. So suppose if you take Cl2, a Cl2 ali, it is undergoing what? Heterolytic fission. One will be Cl plus, another will be Cl minus. The Cl plus is going to attack here. Okay, so therefore it is the electrophile which is initiating the reaction. So we call it as the electrophilic substitution reaction. Now, after knowing this reaction, let us go for the one more reaction. So the next reaction what we are going to study here is the Sandmeyer's reaction. So this is one more important reaction, Sandmeyer's reaction. So this reaction, we are going to take the primary aromatic amine. So when you are going to treat the aromatic compound with the ammonia, you are going to get the primary aromatic amine. Once you are going to get the primary aromatic amine, then we are going to start with the aromatic amine. So this reaction is going to repeat for you in the chapters amines. So now here we are studying it as the preparation method. There you will be studying it as the property. So now let us take a look of how this Sandmeyer's reaction is going to proceed. So in the Sandmeyer's reaction, we are going to take primary aromatic amine. So primary aromatic amine, example, we are taking aniline. So this aniline is passed through the cold aqueous mineral acid like PHX. So here X can be either Cl, Br or I. So HCl, HBr ಅಥವಾ HI ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you should necessarily maintain the temperature between 273 to 278 Kelvin, means 0 to 5 degree centigrade ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore you will not get the product. So you should necessarily maintain the temperature between 273 to 278 Kelvin. So what you are going to do is, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, first we are going to take the aniline. This aniline we are going to dissolve it in the cold HX. So in presence of one more compound, that is sodium nitrite, NaNO2. So when you are dissolving it in the cold condition, reaction takes place and leads to the formation of benzene diazonium halide. Benzene diazonium halide is what? C6H5, here N2. Diazo means this is 2 times of nitrogen, N2, and this is X. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, HCl ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ C6H5N2X ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ Br ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Br ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ I ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ I ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ಡೈಅಜೋನಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್, ಬ್ರೋಮೈಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಯೋಡೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So now after getting this benzene diazonium halide compound, further this is undergoing the next step of the reaction. So in the next step what we are going to do, this benzene diazonium halide what you have got is further treated in presence of the cuprous halide. Idu cuprous halide ante ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So in presence of cuprous halide we are going to pass the what? This halogen is being passed. So here cuprous halide alli ನಾವು ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, we are treating this with the cuprous halide, that is Cu2X2. So X ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, either Cl or it is Br. So when you are treating this benzene diazonium halide with Cu2X2, where X is either chloride or it is bromide, here what is going to happen, this halogen is going to directly connect over here and this nitrogen is coming out. So therefore ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ಡೈಅಜೋನಿಯಂ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕ್ಯೂಪ್ರಸ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, Cu2X2. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ C6H5N2 Cl ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ Cu2Cl2 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ C6H5N2 Br ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Cu2Br2 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ Cu2X2, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ and nitrogen is released. So therefore you are going to get what? Aryl halide like chlorobenzene athwa bromobenzene. Similarly for iodine what we can do is, instead of taking it as Cu2X2 like Cu2I2, directly we can take potassium iodide. When you are just shaking it with potassium iodide, reaction is going to take place. Here you require to warm a little, but in this case at just by shaking it with potassium iodide the reaction is going to take place. So suppose if you have C6H5N2I, then treat it with potassium iodide Ki. So I is getting replaced here, N2 is coming out, so leads to the formation of iodobenzene. So this is how we have the Sand-Meyers reaction. ಈ Sand-Meyers reaction ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಕಲಿತಿರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿತಿರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಯಿತು, amines alli it will be the property. So in that way the reaction leads to the formation of the aryl halides. So this is one more method. Now let us go to one more method. So the next method is from alkenes. So starting from alkenes, that is addition of the hydrogen halide HX we are going to add to an alkene. So alkene is what? An unsaturated hydrocarbon. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ double bond ಇರ್ತದೆ. So ಈ alkene ಗೆ you have taken an example. I have just here taken carbon-carbon double bond. You can take any other example. You can take ethene, you can take propane, you can take any other compound. So I am writing first general here. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇವು ಎರಡು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕಿನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕಿನ್. ಆ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕಿನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ HCl, HBr ಆರ್ HI, addition is going to take place. So addition ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. One constituent will add here, another constituent will add here. So therefore addition takes place and leads to the formation of what? An alkyl halide is obtained. But this reaction is when you are taking a symmetric alkene. Symmetric alkene ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ they are similar. So it is a symmetric. So number of carbons on left side, number of carbons on right side are same. So that we call it as the symmetric alkene. If the number of carbon atoms across the double bond are different, we call it as unsymmetrical alkene. So let us take an example of unsymmetrical alkene. So when we are taking unsymmetrical alkene, so like example propene. So the addition is going to take place in according to the Markovnikov's rule, which you have studied in PUC first year. So now let us take a look of this reaction. Now coming to the reaction part, here I have taken propene. So you can see there are 3 carbon atoms and on the first carbon there is a double bond. So this side 1 carbon is there across the double bond. Towards left you have 2 carbon across the double bond. Andre this is what? Unsymmetrical alkene. The number of carbon atoms towards right and left of the double bond is different. So unsymmetrical alkene. ಈ unsymmetrical alkene ಗೆ unsymmetrical molecule like HX when we are going to add. The addition takes place in such a way that the negative part, ಈ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, H is positive part, X is negative part. So either Cl, Br or I. The negative part of the adding molecule adds to the carbon atom involved in the double bond which is having less number of hydrogen atom. That will be the major product. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಈ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದಿದು, ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಆದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಆದರೆ this molecule, that is CH3, CHX, CH3, this will be the major product, that is 2-halopropane is the major product. Along with that, to a certain extent, the minor product is obtained. Which is the minor product? That is CH3, CH2, CH2 and X. ಅಂದ್ರೆ X ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಬಟ್ this is what it is forming, but to a lesser extent. So therefore this is the minor product. So according to the Markovnikov rule, when an unsymmetrical molecule is added to an unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of the adding molecule adds to the carbon involved in the double bond having less number of hydrogen atom. Therefore this forms the major product, that is the 2-halopropane. So in this way we are getting the alkyl halide starting from the alkenes. Here we have one more reaction starting with the alkenes, that is addition of the halogens. So you are going to add this halogen. This is acting as the test for unsaturation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಿಪಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಡೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಲ್ಕಿನ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಕಿನ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಕಲರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಕಲರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡಿಶ್ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಆ ರೆಡಿಶ್ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ that indicates the presence of double bond, and the product which is formed is vicinal dibromide, which is colorless. So vicinal dibromide antandre eno, when two carbon atoms which are adjacent, which are neighboring carbon to the neighboring carbon, when the bromine is attached or when the halogen is attached, we call it as vicinal dibromide. So let us take a look of the reaction. ಇಲ್ಲಿ halogen ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ halogen ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So bromine in carbon tetrachloride. This is the solvent. So color of this compound is what? It is reddish brown color. When you add this one to an alkene like ethene, I have taken ethene. When bromine in carbon tetrachloride is added to ethene, what happens? The double bond is going to break here. In that place, one Br will attach to this carbon, another Br will attach to this carbon. So it leads to the formation of what? Vicinal dibromide is formed. So in this way, as you see, one bromine on this carbon, one bromine in this carbon. Both carbon are adjacent to each other. Such a type of a compound, we call it as vicinal. In short, we write it as VIC. So vicinal dibromide. So in this way, it leads to the formation of the dihalogen compound. So this is one more method of preparation. Coming to the next method of preparation. So the next method of preparation is halogen exchange method. So the word itself indicates halogen exchange ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. So ಎರಡು reactant ನಡುವೆ halogen ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Exchange ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So in that way, let us take a look of this reaction. In the halogen exchange method, there are two sub-methods. One is the Finkelstein reaction, another is the Schwarz reaction. So these two are the named reactions and are the important reactions. So Finkelstein reaction leads to the formation of alkyl iodide. So we are going to prepare what? Alkyl iodide in this Finkelstein's reaction. In this Schwarz reaction, we are going to prepare alkyl fluoride. This method is the method of preparation of the fluoride. So ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಿಂಕಲ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಫಿಂಕಲ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಐದರ್ alkyl halide, existing alkyl halide like alkyl chloride ಅಥವಾ alkyl bromide ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So X stands for Cl or Br like methyl chloride, methyl bromide ತಗೋಬೇಕು. When you are treating it with sodium iodide, NaI, sodium iodide in dry acetone. So this condition is important. When you are passing alkyl chloride or bromide through sodium iodide in presence of dry acetone, here what happens? Halogen is getting exchanged. So EI ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. EX ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So RI is formed along with NaX. So now what has happened? Halogen is exchanged. Product formed is what? Alkyl iodide. Along with that, sodium bromide athwa sodium chloride is obtained. So this can be easily separated. So therefore, this method, Finkelstein's reaction, leads to the formation of what? Alkyl iodide. Next to that one, we have which method? Schwarz method. So Schwarz reaction alli enagutte? Alkyl fluoride form agutte. So alkyl fluoride, as I told you, it is difficult to prepare by other methods, but it is easier to prepare by the Schwarz reaction. So illige enagutte? Schwarz reaction alli we are going to take an alkyl halide. So other than fluorine, you should take any of the alkyl halide here. So you can take CH3Cl, you can take it as CH3Br. So here Rx, if you take, X will be either Cl or Br, or you can take I. So when you are treating this alkyl halide with silver fluoride AgF, when you are going to heat the reaction mixture, here halogen exchange is going to take place. Fluorine will come here, bromine will come here. So it leads to the formation of what? CH3F. So methyl fluoride is formed, and here what happens? Ag reacts with Br and AgBr is formed. So instead of Br, if you take Cl or I, then it leads to the formation of AgI or AgCl. And the main product obtained is what? Methyl fluoride or alkyl fluoride. So in this way, we have the formation of fluoride compound. Illi silver fluoride badli we can take some other metal fluorides, like you can take Hg2F2, or you can take COF2, or you can take SpF3. So you can replace this AgF by Hg2F2, COF2 or SbF3, and you have to rewrite this reaction. So by doing that, you are going to get again alkyl fluoride itself. Only the metal halide which is formed here is going to differ. Instead of Ag, it will be Hg, or it will be CO, or it will be Sp. So in that way, Schwarz reaction leads to the formation of what? Leads to the formation of alkyl fluoride. So these are some of the methods of preparation. So idರಲ್ಲಿ we have seen different methods of preparations of what? Alkyl halide and aryl halides. So here we shall wind up. In the next class, we shall look for the physical and the chemical properties.